Hello, this is Ashee from Crafting with Ashee and welcome to this video. Thank you for joining me today. This is the card we're making. It's this lovely Christmas card, and this is a card actually we made in my September card club. Not September, I should say, in my October card club online. So you might have seen it there, and I thought I'd share it with you today on my YouTube channel as well. So I'm going to start off with the background, which is this one here, and this is actually just a piece of basic white that I've stamped. So I'm going to get my piece of basic white out, and this measures 14.35 centimeters by 10 centimeters, and I'm going to stamp in Balmy Blue ink, which is here, and got this little stamp, and this is from the stamp set we're going to use today, Merriest Trees, and it's just this tiny little snowflakes here, and we're actually not going to use anything else from the stamp set, but we are going to use a lot of the matching dies. So let's just stamp our little snowflakes here and there all over the place. No rhyme or reason to what we're doing. Just keep changing the orientation of your snowflakes so everything doesn't look as if it's exactly the same. I'm just going to lightly cover the background, sometimes going off the sheet. A lot of this is going to get covered up, so don't worry too much about it. It's just to give some interest in the background. That'll do. As I say that, I add that, but that really will do. Okay, and then I'm going to take my blending brush. I'm just going to get a little bit of ink. I'm going to put just a slight some ink down. I don't want a lot, but I do want it to not be that harsh white any longer, so I'm just going to take less is more, so I don't take a lot of ink. Maybe can't see it very well on the camera, but there is a slight blush of blue there, and just build it up. I always find it's best, as I said, to take the least amount possible and build it up, and that just be fine. I always say that and then add something extra, but that will be okay. It's just a very slight colouring. You can add a bit more if you want around the edges, which is what I think having said it, I'm going to do. Go, just like that. Lovely. Okay, so close that up, put that aside, and then we're going to stamp our sentiment next before we layer our trees down, so we know what space we've got. And we're going to use the stamp set here, Celebrate with Tags. It's going to be this one that says Merry Christmas, and we're going to use some shaded spruce ink. I'm going to hopefully try and get this as straight as we can. It's not so easy with red rubber, so I'm going to bring this quite close to me. As you can see, you need to try and get right over the stamp. It's the easiest way to make sure you can get straight, and use your grid paper to help you. I'm just going to go for the top corner here, hope for the best, down, up. There we go, that will do. Okay, close that up. We're done with all of our ink pads. And now I'm going to bring in my card base. My card base here is Shaded Spruce. It's a standard A6 card base. That's an A4 sheet cut in half and then folded in half. just going to put this down here on the front, and I'm going to put another piece here on the inside. Okay. Like that. Lovely. Okay. Now I'm going to show you the die set I've used. It's the matching die set to the stamp set. Merriest Trees dies. And I've used these three largest trees and this little piece here, which cuts out like little garlands. So I've got my three trees here, and they're cut out of, excuse me, shaded spruce, garden green and old olive. And I'm going to pop them up. So I'm going to add dimensionals. So let's put dimensionals here. Need a new sheet here. Still will use the back. I will still use the edges. I always use my edges. And if you know me, you know that I love my edges. So great for sentiment stamps, shaker cards, all sorts. So you know they won't go to waste at all. So there we go. And if you know me as well, you know that I'm generous with my dimensionals. I'm sure there's some of you wringing your hands at the number of dimensionals I've used, but I don't want this to go flat when it goes to the post. When it goes to the machines, you don't want to have it just have a soggy middle. So let's put this down. Something like that, and then we can see where our next one's going to go, maybe like that. So we know that we only want dimensionals on this half here, and so I didn't put dimensionals down before because I needed to know where to put them, because we weren't going to put them on these pieces all over. Okay. Backings seem to always get everywhere. I don't know why, but they just have a knack for getting everywhere. And then I'm going to put some glue on the other bit there. Okay. So now I'm just going to add my one tree, and then our last little trees here. And so I'm going to put dimensionals on most of this one. I'm just going to stay away from this far corner. A little bit of glue there. We have our lovely trees down. Let's get rid of all of these backings before they try to escape. Even though I do get most of them in the bin, it seems, I do find them in the strangest places in the house. Where's the strangest place you find a dimensional backing? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know. They do seem to get everywhere. Okay, so let's cut off this little bit of excess of tree that's hanging off the edge of our card. Goodbye. Okay, and now we're going to put on our little garlands, and you can see here I've cut them out 3 times. They come each one die. The die cuts them in lots of different. The one die cuts all of these pieces together. So I'm going to start off, and I'm going to just put these down roughly where I think I want them, and then we can glue them in place. So I find it much easier to do it this way than in the other way. glue in one go, so I'm going to do that and get these glued down, and then I'll show you when I'm finished. Okay, so we've stuck down all our garlands, and then I've got some finishing touches here, and these are the adhesive star trinkets, and we're just going to use these here for our tree toppers. So I'm just going to put them like that. These are lovely, they give a lot of dimension. They're a metal embellishment, and they're really, really cute. And you can see that is our cards done. It's a really easy and simple card, so I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, I'd be grateful if you could give it a thumbs up to YouTube now, and please don't forget to subscribe to future videos. If you want any more information about the project, the measurements, the supply list, etc., it's all on the blog post on my website, and the links to that and all my social media links are in the description box below. So thank you again, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye!